The biggest and scariest thing that happens with the narcissist, when you're with the narcissist, is something that till this day bothers my mind. And let me know if you have experienced this as well. This thing, sometimes I even sit and I think about it. I think about it and I just cannot wrap my head around it. The biggest thing, the scariest thing for me that happened over and over when I was with the narcissist is that I would have really, really vivid and horrible dreams. Now, me personally, I'm not a dreamer. Okay, I have people who are dreamers in my family, like my mom. My mom is a dreamer. My mom has opposite dreams. When she dreams that something happens, the opposite happens. My sister, who's in Australia, she's a dreamer. Her dreams are usually spot on. If my sister has a dream about you and she tells you, it's spot on. Me, I just want to get a good night's sleep. And if I dream, most times I don't even remember my dreams when I wake up. But something weird that I realized when I was with the narcissist was I became a dreamer. I literally became Joseph the dreamer. I would have these scary, vivid dreams, and I would wake up. It started right before the masks started coming off. One of the first dreams I had, before I even get into it, please let me know if you know what I'm talking about. I just talked about the sleep pattern before. Go watch the video about the narcissist and sleep, and tell me what you think as well. But this is a step further to that sleep pattern. When you're with the narcissist, especially when they start to become their real self, the mask is about to fall off, or it already fell off, and you're trying to work things out, right? You're trying to figure out what just happened, right? You start having really, really vivid dreams. And let me tell you something about those dreams. Those dreams are God's way of telling you what's about to happen or what's happening. I figured this out towards the end of my situation with the narcissist. One of the first dreams I had right before we had a big domestic violence situation, he got arrested, went to jail for like 2 days, and was charged with multiple charges, right? That dream, it was about a week. We were engaged at this time, but it was about a week before that whole incident happened. And I'll tell you guys about the incident. That one is, yeah, I'll tell you guys about that. But I had this dream that I went to the grocery store. Right before going to the grocery store, he told me not to go. He was very, very controlling. And again, if you've been with a narcissist, you know how controlling they are. He was very controlling. I couldn't go anywhere without his knowledge or without him taking me there. I lived in Atlanta for about a year. I only started driving myself to places when I got the restraining order from the narcissist and he finally left my house. That's the first time I ever started to go anywhere by myself. So I had this dream. I was going somewhere, which again, he never let me go anywhere by myself. He would have to go with me. So I was going somewhere, going to the grocery store or something, and he told me not to go. And I said, no, I'm bored at home. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. I'm an adult and I can go places. So I'm going to go. He said, I'm telling you, do not leave this house. If you leave this house, it's going to be an issue. I said, I'm going to go. I ended up going. As soon as I got to the grocery store, got out of my car, I got robbed. 4 armed men came up to me, grabbed my car keys, grabbed my purse, and the other one held both of my arms behind my back and started telling me to give him the money. I don't know what money he was asking about, but he started telling me to give me the money. And then I was crying, screaming, please let me go. Please, I don't have any money. Please let me go. And then I looked over and I saw him, the narcissist. I saw him coming. I was so happy. Okay, yes, he's coming. He's going to save me. These men are going to get away from me. This man stood there, looked at me in the eyes and told me, I told you not to leave the house. And I told you if you left, there were going to be consequences. And I was like, what are you doing? These people are robbing me. They're going to take the car. They're going to take my purse. Please help me. He said, help me? Did you help me? Mind you, I had fed this man and his kids for the year that I was with them. Again, he had 50-50 custody with his kids. So for the duration of time that they were there, week on, week off, I was responsible for everything. This man looked me dead in the eye and told me I had never helped him before, so he's not going to help me. Those people ended up running off with my car, my purse, my car keys. They ran off with everything, and I put both my hands on my head and was crying, confused, and he stood there and looked at me as I melted to the ground in pain and anguish. He stood there and looked at me and told me, you should have listened to me. When I tell you this scenario, not the robbing of the car, but this exact same thing played out word for word later on, I kid you not. This is God's way of telling you what's happening or what's about to happen. When you start having those dreams, I can tell you stories upon stories I woke up one night in my sleep, right? The narcissist is laying right next to me, and I'm dreaming. There is a big snake. It was like a pet snake. It was somebody, one of our friends. We went to the person's house. They had the hugest snake. And coincidentally, the snake had the same name as mine. I don't say mine, as the narcissist. I'm afraid of snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. We went to this person's house. I didn't know that the person had a snake, a big snake. We're sitting down and the snake starts coming out. Just like when you go to a person's house and they have a pet, and let's say the pet is a dog. The snake starts coming out and I'm running for my life. He pushed me and I fell to the floor, and the snake came, wrapped its whole body around me and started to suffocate me. I was begging and pleading, begging for the narc to save me. And he stood there and looked at me and laughed at me. I felt like I was about to be unalived by this snake. He stood there and watched. I woke up out of my sleep crying and screaming. And when I told him about the dream that I had, he accused me of being a witch. He said I was a witch. That's why I was having dreams like that. Later on, we had an incident where this man strangled me almost to unalive because I talked back to him. When I tell you these dreams, if you're having those weird dreams and you're having those vivid, horrible dreams, these are things that are about to happen or things that are already happening. Listen to them. This is your instincts telling you. This is God revealing things to you. Dreams are real and they are serious. And like I said at the start, I'm not a dreamer. But my dreams with this person was so vivid, so real. And I'll have these dreams that actually feel like reality. That's how the dreams feel. Like reality. And you tell them, they say you're crazy until it happens later on. So if you're having these dreams, please listen to them. They're not just for fun, especially if you're not a person that typically dreams. Please let me know if this has happened to you. Please let me know your experience down below, and let's just spread the word so we can save, even if it's just one person. Leave your comments down below and please follow for more.